there, Latin 2. Here we are, chapter 46, and it is a rainy day. God, if only. All right, so first let's take a look at page 197 because there's some glossary stuff in there. For instance, the word doll is pupa pupai. That's feminine, and as you can tell, we get the word pupa from this, okay? Now, there's different games that you could play. One was Capita aut Navia, which is heads or ships, in other words, heads or tails. And then there is Par Impar, which is where you basically call out, so you're going to both go, and while you're shaking, you're going to shout out evens or odds, and then, oh, odds won, or, oh, evens won. So that's par impar, okay? Let's see. The other one is digitis micare, which is flashy fingers. And basically what it is you do the same thing, but now you can use as many as you want, and you call out the sum. So you're like, 8, hey, I won, or, 8, oh, I lost, that kind of thing. So it's also called Mora, M-O-R-R-A. It's an Italian game, apparently. Then there's a game that is like shuffleboard meets chess meets checkers called Ludus Lacunculorum, the Bandits. So that's a fun one. And then, of course, there's dice, which are called tali. And these are the knuckle bones of pigs. And you basically, you clean them out of the pig's feet and whatnot, and then you dry them, and then you can carve numbers onto them. And they're basically spindle dice. Okay, they're 4-sided dice. I guess theoretically they're 6-sided, but the two ends are where the foci in the bone are. So that is all of those games. Now, take a look at page 199. Puto, putare, putawi, putatum. This means to think. This is where you get computer from, actually, or computation, because com means like to thoroughly think about something. Let's see. Ludus, ludi, could be school, could be game. Let's see, fere, this means almost. It's similar to casi. Postremo is finally, as in like finally, the rock has come back. Ambo, ambi, ambo. I'm pretty sure we saw this just in the last review, but this means both. That's where you get ambidextrous. Pupa, pupai, like I said, means doll. And then num is what you say at the beginning of a question where you expect the answer to be no, okay? Like, do you want to throw away that food? You would use num, right? Do you think we'll get together this year in 2020, 2021 in person? Num. Then turn to page 200, donum, doni. This is a gift. This is where you get like donation from. And it comes from the verb dono, dare, which is to give as a gift. Okay, so dare is the infinitive, to give. And then dono is the dative form. Okay, so you're giving it as a gift. And I don't quite know why it would be dative instead of an ablative, to be perfectly honest. I've never understood that construction. Dies natalis, diei natalis is the birthday, the day of birthing. Okay. Peristilium, peristilii just means peristyle. It's basically courtyard surrounded with columns. Rich people's front yards. Quid sexto fiat? What will happen to sextus? That's a direct question, actually. Abripio, abripra, abripui, abreptum, to snatch away from somebody. Abrep, right? So you're snatching it away from them. It's different than eripio, which is you're snatching out of something, which you could do that out of their hands. Abripio means you're fleeing right away, pretty much. Lido, lidera, lysi, lysum. This is to harm. This is where we get laceration, okay? And I think that's it as far as vocab goes for this chapter. I do want to call your attention to page 206. What I want you to do is copy down that chart right there, okay? And that is fio, fieri, factus sum. It is a verb that means to become. It's based off of factus sum, goes backwards to facio, but this is such an important verb that it ended up developing its own thing, all right? Cool. Then, after you're done copying that down, I want you to go ahead and read pages 203 to 205, and then 207 to 211, okay? All right, I'm gonna hit the button.